This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, after the tough loss last night, the Rangers really needed to bounce back tonight, and they did, pulling away to beat the A's by the final of 7-2. Welcome back, Josh Jung, and welcome back to the win column, and welcome back to another edition of the Rangers POSTCAST. And here we go on a Monday night. This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you so much for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That is where you will find the outstanding work of Bryce Paterick every single day. And what a day, what a good way to start the week and keep this homestand rolling as the Rangers were able to pull away and beat the A's.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, I'll tell you what, game one against the A's, and full disclosure, I was just a little bit concerned with the Rangers' slow start tonight. I did have a couple of first half flashbacks. Again, I was also getting mad at the All-Star break, thinking, man, this team was rolling. Why did they need to take the break? But then that all changed in the bottom of the third when Josh Jung, welcome back, Josh Jung, with that bomb to left center that gave the Rangers the 1-0 lead. The Rangers, by the way, as you heard, do really well. I think tonight was their 42nd win of the season when they score first. That's pretty good. That's a good number. But no, we mentioned it last night that Jung had homered in back-to-back games. I didn't think, I hadn't heard that they were on the verge of calling him back up. But, I mean, I know we get frustrated and we get critical, but I think, you have to be fair and you have to give credit when credit is due. And, I mean, look at the moves they made. I mean, they called up Jung and they called up Hellman, and they both started tonight and they both hit home runs. So there's, we try to know as much as we can, but, we don't know everything, and you got to give them the benefit of the doubt sometimes that they know and that they're working to try to put the best team on the field every single night. But anyway, great to see Josh Jung. I mean, I don't know about you, but even without the home run, he just looked like Josh Jung again at the plate. I mean, it's the only way I can articulate. I mean, he just looked like himself, and I hope he wasn't just fired up for tonight. I hope that continues. And man, I mean, again, we mentioned this over the weekend, and they hit on it at the end of the broadcast. The Rangers really need to have a balanced lineup. They need everybody to contribute. They need to put pressure on throughout the game, all those things. So one step at a time. But look, you couldn't do, the schedule was what it was in the first half. Now you're in the second half, and you have to take advantage of the schedule that you have, and you get to open up out of the break with a 9-game homestand, 18 of 24 at home. Got to take advantage of that and win. And it was good to see them come back the way that they did. The A's, they came back to tie the game in the fourth, but then in the bottom of the fifth, the two Joshes got on. And then how about Cody Freeman? And good for that guy. that was awesome. Cody Freeman, his first big league hit, an RBI double to the center. That put the Rangers back on top, 2-1, back on top for good. And then came the turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I mean, look, you could easily make the case that it was Josh Jung's home run. I mean, that really gave the team a boost for sure. But I want to give it up here to Michael Hellman. That surprise 3-run home run to left that made it 5-2. That was it. Game over. And the Rangers were able to keep it rolling. 2 more runs in the 7th. Really a nice bunt by Hellman. That was awesome. And then Corey Seager with the RBI double. That extends his on-base streak to 22. 7-2, and that would be the final. On the mound, I thought another strong start for Jack Leiter. Look, I mean, when you got a rotation like the Rangers have, it's kind of easy to nitpick and split hairs. But I thought Jack did a really good job. You could tell tonight he was really deliberately throwing the changeup and ended up allowing 2 runs in 6+ innings, including a home run. But he also matched his career high with the 7 strikeouts. Bruce, I think, wanted to let him go out there and try to get that 7th inning, maybe get the new career high for strikeouts. Didn't happen. But again, Jack is still growing. He's still learning. And I mean, still, you can pretty much bank that when he takes the mound, you're going to have a really good chance to win the game, and he is not going to get blown out. There's the majority of starters in baseball today can't say that. I mean, you got a lot of guys around the league that are hit and miss. You have no idea what you're going to get one start to the next. So I'm enjoying watching Jack grow. Look, I mean, he's young, he's throwing a lot of innings, and so part of the process. But good start for him. Props to Hobie Milner coming in the way that he did. 2 on, nobody out, got out of it. Bottom line is the Rangers won the game. Glad that they're kind of getting rid of that whole. Remember, they were going through that phase where they kept losing the opening game of the series, and it was just seemed like they always looked bad in the first game of the series. Well, they're not doing that now. And again, they're back over 500, and can't say it enough. Love the fact that they're continuing to get better and put pressure as the game goes on, not just 1 or 2 runs a game. So all in all, look, he wanted to bounce back. Last night was tough, frustrating. Got to come back tonight, beat this A's team, really try to get a sweep here in this series, and they take game 1 7-2. All right, we're going to take our time out. When we come back, we are going to hear from you via the Rangers comment crew. We'll do that coming up next. Great to be with you on this Monday night after the Rangers beat the A's 7-2. This is the Rangers POSTCAST. Well, you know that if you want to get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, it's Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. If you need help with an order, Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering your plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, you can use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. And as you know, summer sports are in full swing. And whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You're already following the action. Why not make it a little more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach. It's easy to use, fast to pay out, and makes even regular season games feel like must-watch events. New to FanDuel, new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com to get started. All right, let's do it. Welcome back to the Rangers postcast. The Rangers over the A's in the opener 7-2. The other notes, we found out that unfortunately Chris Martin is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks with that calf strain. That's a bummer, but could be a blessing in disguise in that we'll get to see more of Wynn, and it'll give Chris Martin, I think, a little bit of a break. Not only for his calf, but just his arm. And if he can come back in September and give the team a boost, that could be like, a late season acquisition if that plays out well and he is able to recover. Alejandro Osuna and Justin Foscue were both sent down to AAA Round Rock. Feel bad for those guys, especially Osuna. But I think, what we've seen from Sam Haggerty, who I know he's injured right now, but and what we saw tonight from Cole Wynn, that's what the Rangers need, from their players. They need guys that can hit home runs, that can get hits, that can do all those little things and be contributors when they're in the lineup and not just out. So hopefully both of them, Osuna and Foscue, can go down there, really get their swings, get their game going, and maybe if they come back, it'll be better for them after this experience. All right, let's get to your comments. Let's do it. I believe it is Alf leading us off. What's up, Alf? Alf starting off with congrats to both Freeman and Hellman on their first. Welcome back to Jungle Cat. Peagle up. Got to beat the division rivals. We're not eliminated yet. And thank you, Alf. I appreciate it. I hope you and Shirley are doing well. And thank you for always jumping in early and for all your contributions as well. And I, again, appreciate the kind words. Noah Day, when the ninth inning comes around, I want to go for the win. I like that. Hey, we've seen guys. Look at Sean Armstrong. We've seen him progress and get better, and I would love to see Cole Wynn become that guy here over the next couple months for sure. Dave Myers says, excellent mix of small ball and long ball. Great to see Freeman and Hellman contribute right away. Absolutely. Ben says, Jung is back. Yes, he is. Boy, I tell you, they need him. They needed him, not only for his bat, but man, he is so good at third base. I mean, they need him. They need him to be a big part of the team. Period. No other way to say it. Noah says, big game for the offense tonight. Even when not clicking on all cylinders, the offense is dangerous. Well, yeah, it is now. It's finally getting that way. As we all know, it wasn't that way, but it's great to see it's getting better and better and better. And perfect opportunity here with the A's, and even with the struggling Braves coming in and their pitching issues, great opportunity for this offense to really, really get going before they go back on the road to face, I think where they're going to face Seattle and Anaheim coming up next, I think. Dave Meyer says, yes, great to see Jung back in action. Al says also congrats to Seager on keeping his streak alive to 22. Yeah, that's great, man. I want to keep that going. I want to see how long he can do that. Al says, I love Hobie, but it feels like we're relying on him too much. Well, partly Alf, honestly, the guy has such a rubber arm that they can do that, and he's okay with it. There's some guys that you have to, mix in some days off, but with Hobie, they really can. But clearly, I'm waiting to see what's going on with Kimbrel, and like I said, hopefully Cole Winn will be here. We'll be able to be a good plus for that bullpen. Noah says teams can't seem to keep Seager off the bases. He is just too elite. Yeah, I mean he's awesome. Al says I'm starting to feel like the Bombi trade rumors are true. Yeah, I just don't. The only reason why I don't see that, Alf, is if you're going to get rid of him, you need to get somebody that's not only equal, but better. And I just think that his defense and his potential and what he does against the Astros, I just don't know how you get rid of that unless you're pretty confident that, you can do that and he's expendable and you're getting something that can help in return. And again, look, the Rangers, they don't need, to dump him. They don't need to give him away, for a meaningless prospect. The only way I do that deal is if I can make this team better, because I'll say it again, and I may be the only one, I may be on the island, but again, if I'm Chris Jung, I just don't see how you are anything but a buyer. I mean, look what this team's doing right now. Beat the Tigers, they beat the Astros. You got the best their rotation, the bullpen, defense. I just don't see how you're right there. You got to make this team better. So we'll see. I could be wrong, but we'll see. BB says, welcome back, Josh Jung. Look out for Hellman. Wow. Awesome offensive explosion. Awesome bounce back from yesterday. This is the team I remember. Yeah, great point, and that's a good sign. I don't want to see this team go in a funk or go backwards or, just have any of that stuff. Got to keep it going. Battlefield Ace jumping in. What's going on, Battlefield Ace? The new guys and recalled guys are wasting absolutely no time lately. Yeah, well said. Tellez with a big home run on Saturday night. We'll see. Tellez did not look good against Newcomb, the left-hander. So for those of you that are wondering, why doesn't he hit against left-handers? That's why. Although I think, a lot of you we were all on the same page last night, wondering where were some substitutions for Bochy. I think, maybe he just, I think that was on his mind today for sure, because he made some moves. Al says, I hope not. Love Bombi. Yeah, I'm with you, Al. We'll see, man. D-Dash says, great to see Jung have success after being sent down. He was my favorite player for a while, and it was a gut punch to see it happen, but so glad. Seems like it humbled him. Hopefully he builds on it. Yes, could not agree with you more. Well said. Good evening, Shirley. Thank you for jumping in. What a win. I agree. Andrew Valdez, welcome back. Josh Jung, great game. Keith is out fishing. Hello, win column. Alf RCC for the win. D-Dash, great game for Jack. Feel like he's going to ball out in the second half. Yeah, he's going to, I promise you, Jack Leiter is going to have some big games before this season is over, for sure. Keith says solid start from Leiter. The changeup was looking nasty tonight. Yeah, he's working on that. I say this all the time. Changing speeds is really what hitters just struggle with more than anything, believe it or not. Paul Wilson, Jungle Cat is back. Keith says vacation is over. Back to work for me tomorrow. Well, glad you got in, Keith. Glad you got to go to some games, and hope you have a good rest of the week. Martin Duran says hopefully Sebastian Walcott is one of the September call-ups. The championship games says Milwaukee up 2-0 on the Mariners in the 6th. There you go. Texas Hobby Bin, there you are. Rangers continue to win when Texas Hobby can't watch the game. I know, go figure, right? You go all the way to Houston and they lose the game that you're at, but then you don't watch and they continue to win. Paul Cooper loved seeing the contributions, and Seager will produce. I agree. Mike says, great game. Welcome back. Jungle Cat. Ben says Tampa Bay and the Red Sox both lost tonight. So slowly getting back into that wild card spot, making the run. And last one, 2 more, because I got to go. I'm sorry, guys. They really want me to keep this around 20. Ricky Gonzalez says we need to keep winning, and winning the first game certainly helps. Way to go, Rangers. And Trisk says, go Rangers. Yeah, well said. Hey, I love your comments. I read everyone, and I take everyone to heart. Appreciate you guys very much. Thanks for getting in on a Monday night. Great way to start the week, and we will do it again tomorrow night on a Jacob deGrom Tuesday in Game 2 against the A's. But the final score tonight, the Rangers roll and they pull away to beat the A's 7-2. This has been the Rangers Postcast.